YouTube, happy new year. Happy belated new year. I'm a day late. I really did try to get this out for New Year's. Like I overworked myself New Year's Eve and New Year's Day just to try to do this. And I said to myself, it's a new year, I'm gonna try something different. And even though Blood Spider was on the list, I did something just a little different than what I normally do, just to kind of step it up for the new year. And I think I'm gonna start doing this more often. But here we have Blood Spider. There is two different colorways of Blood Spider. There is a black version and there is a blue version. If you want to take a look at the black version really quick, here he is. And if you want to see a reference shot to this blue version, here he is. So here is Blood Spider-Man. It is not Peter Parker. His name is Michael Bingham. Michael Bingham joined Taskmaster's Academy as a recruit, and he was basically not cloned, but he was taught every tactic Spider-Man knows. And so he trained basically 3 different people to go after Spider-Man. I don't know their names. One is like a copy of Hawkeye, the other guy is a copy of Captain America, and then there's a copy of Spider-Man. So Michael Bingham goes after Spider-Man, and all 3 of them lose, by the way. Spider-Man and his other friend beat him up. His first appearance came from the Amazing Spider-Man issue 357. Here it is. I told you guys I was going to do Blood Spider. Finally happy to get him out to you. I'm a little disappointed I wasn't able to get him out for the new year. I wanted to get him right at the 12 o'clock dot. I couldn't do it though. Well, before we get into the figure, I want to explain why the left hands look the way they do. And well, basically, I tried to find a way to sculpt this backpack and these little cybernetic, I don't know what those tubes are. I don't know if they're feeding them or if I think they're actually artificial web spinners, and it creates the web. So it allows him to kind of use the web like Spider-Man. But these, right, I just had these extra. I haven't even painted them yet, and I'm going to do the sculpt over. And the reason why I show you these is because it's already all whole. You see the mess, it's broke. I was impatient and I put the wires through without it drying up, and it pushed it up. But the idea was to basically get the wires through the hand and not have it permanently stuck in the hand, where you can just take the bendy wire and flip it up over the hand and kind of hook it in there so you can move it anytime you want. So that's the idea with that. But I don't think I'm going to use those hands unless I repaint them and then resculpt them. So instead I decided to poke 2 holes in the hands and then apply the bendy wire, just stick it in there, and you'll see in a few seconds. And these are Superior Venom hands. I just painted them blue. I shaved down the peg a bit just so it can fit inside this Ben Reilly. So you see, if you shave down the Pizza Spider-Man hands or Superior Venom hands, they'll fit, and they go pretty snug too. They snap on. So yes sir, there he is, Blood Spider-Man. If you want, I can pull him up a little closer for you guys and maybe get him out of this position. I have to move my camera because I have it pretty low to the ground right now. But Blood Spider-Man, you see his backpack is just some sculpt. I have the I'll show you in a second. I just sculpted over the 2099 wing. I cut the wing and I just left the peg and I sculpted over it with some bendy wires. Poked 2 holes in there. I stuck the bendy wires in. I glued it inside. It's probably not the best thing, but this was last minute. I didn't know what to do with this backpack. So this is what took me another almost 20 hours because I was trying to figure out what to do with this backpack. And that was it, to the point where I even made an extra backpack because I wasn't sure which I liked better, or which would fit better, or which would function better. So this one's bigger than this one. This is from the Superior Venom back piece. I just got to put a peg in. I haven't created the peg yet. Let me straighten this guy up for you guys and then raise this camera a bit. You see that what I did differently here was sculpt the spider. Where usually I don't sculpt anything unless, I don't sculpt any logos unless it's really required, and I've never really sculpted a logo. So this is the first time I sculpted a logo. There's a problem, I will admit. While doing this, I did come across an issue. I'm gonna be honest with you, it isn't the best sculpting, but For it to be my first time sculpting a spider logo, I'm pretty impressed with it. And I'm gonna take these out right now just because it just popped off. But you can see that in these hands, I have 2 holes. I just used a thumbtack or thumb pin, pushed in there as hard as I could. Made a big circle for these to fit. And then these just kind of plug in. They don't stay in the best. And I didn't seal this, so this paint is coming off. So I was just testing it. But they do plug in the hands, so this backpack just comes right off. So it's a peg in there. So the backpack isn't the best idea, but it works. I mean, for a picture or two. I don't know if it was too small, so I thought maybe I'll make a bigger one, and I can unwind them, and then make them the two tentacles if I need them to be. But for now, I'll just leave it. So here you can see that it is not going to hinder much your articulation at the butterfly joints. The sculpt is cool in there. Right here, the sculpt is also very cool in there. The back, the sculpt is pretty decent. You can see that this is Ben Riley, so everything would be red around here. For the most part, he's decent. He also has some shading in it. I don't know if you'll be able to see in this lighting. I might have to get some pictures. I can put his hands in if you want, just to kind of see that his hands, these Superior Venom hands, you will see that the Superior Venom hands were modified, and they do fit pretty well. They're not gonna fall off. In fact, you gotta pull them off. So just keep that in mind. If you have any extra Pizza Spider-Man hands and the pegs are a little too wide, you can always just sand around them. And when you sand around them, you'll come to something like this. Just make sure you have a tiny piece that's a little thicker where it can peg and stick. And these are just Ben Riley Carnage hands. You can see I just poked 2 holes in them. And I did that with both hands, just to kind of be able to stick those wires in there. They don't stick too deep, but they do stick. And there's really not much to say, guys. I apologize for not getting them out sooner, but he is done, and I did sculpt the chest. He is like a nice royal blue. Under him, he's like a navy blue. So he is 2 or 3 tone. He's very, very faint shading. Again, I'll pull up some pictures if you want. I showed you the reference shot. I don't know, maybe I could have done a little more, but seeing the fact that New Year's was coming and time was ticking, I was just so anxious and so eager to get them out to you guys, so I was just rushing it, and this backpack just took another day, and it kind of just killed the whole motivation for me. But if you want, I can pull up Pizza Spider-Man, and they can stand up side by side. So there's Pizza Spider-Man standing right beside Blood Spider. And you can see they're same colorways, actually, blue and red and white, which is cool. Most Spider-Man are blue, red, and white, but they do look pretty good together. That's pretty much it. So there's Blood Spider right next to his boss, Taskmaster. Taskmaster tells him, go get Spider-Man, bring him to me. I want him alive. If you got Taskmaster and you want Blood Spider, or if you're trying to make a Blood Spider, I guess they can click up. Do they look good together? No, not so much. I don't even think they look good together, to be completely honest. They look good in a fighting scene. I have a fighting pose for them. I do like the spider a lot, I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna zap him out. I'm just gonna move him. I do like it. I sculpted the head. If you want to see what the head looked like before I painted it and what it looked like sculpted, here it is. So there's the head sculpt. I just took a Ben Riley head, shaved down the eyes completely, and then sculpted the Blood Spider eyes because I figured they were so different that you'd be able to tell once they were on. And then when it came time to actually finishing it up, I was a little more disappointed, I guess. But then again, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not really a fan of this design. It reminds me of the Patriots, which is cool because that's my team, that's my home team, so go Patriots. But I guess I've seen this color way too often, and I'm too familiar with this color blue and red is just so average for me. So I don't really like the spider design too much. But I do like the shade of blue, I guess. It's like a blueberry blue. I don't know. There's something about it that I don't like, something about it that I do like. But there it is, man. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Again, Happy New Year. Happy belated New Year. Hopefully everything y'all wish for happens this year. No procrastination. Let's just keep it moving. Again, thank you all for really coming through all the time and showing me love, leaving your comments, liking the videos. And, you know, 2016 was a very short year for me. I came in the game a little late, but I promise that this year we're going to do something that no one has ever done. So please stay tuned. We're going to do some crazy new Spider-Man. I'm going to put up a new list in a few. Also, I have Mania, right? Let me ask you, should we scratch Mania off the list and then make a whole new list? Or should we just do Mania and then write a whole new list afterwards? So you guys let me know. It's a new year. I kind of want to start brand new again. And shout out to Glenn Webb because he killed it when he made Mania. Thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. Later.